Greetings. I am Professor Ogbuagu Ugorji Udensi. Today, we delve into a profound analysis of global climate governance, specifically examining the power structures behind the money. The global community has pledged to mobilize $1.3 trillion every year to support the climate transition in developing nations. But where does this money actually go? Beyond the headlines, we must ask, who actually controls these funds? Who decides which projects are worthy and which priorities shape our collective future? At the heart of this system is the UNFCCC, the treaty framework under which climate negotiations and financial mechanisms like the Green Climate Fund operate. The Green Climate Fund was designed to be the primary channel for billions of dollars in mitigation and adaptation, supporting agriculture, energy, and coastal defense. Governed by a 24-member board split between developed and developing nations, it appears balanced on paper. But financial contributions often dictate strategic influence. Major donors like the US, Germany, and Japan provide the bulk of the resources. And this financial weight translates into significant power over policy and technology priorities. Multilateral development banks also play a pivotal role, deciding if finance arrives as a grant or a loan, a choice that can lead to heavy debt for developing countries. These institutions essentially decide how projects are structured and risks are managed, often embedding climate finance within a pre-existing northern-centric architecture. The Global Environment Facility is another pillar, supporting biodiversity and ocean protection through a unique partnership between governments and civil society. However, its structure also reflects donor influence. This leads to a paradox where the most vulnerable nations face the greatest bureaucratic barriers to accessing funds. Complex approval processes can stall critical projects for years, leaving frontline communities waiting while their climate risks continue to escalate. Tensions persist between donor accountability and the need for country-driven solutions. Developing nations argue they should lead their own climate risk management. Ultimately, the system is shaped by three groups: the donors who provide capital, the institutions that manage it, and the countries that execute the projects. The real question isn't just about the volume of finance, it is about who governs it. Whoever makes the decisions ultimately shapes the speed of our global transition. We must ensure that climate finance becomes more effective and responsive to those who need it most if we are to move towards a truly sustainable future. I am Professor Ogbuagu Ugorji Udensi. Thank you for joining this analysis. In the global climate transition, money does more than fund projects. It shapes our future. Because in the end, whoever governs climate finance ultimately governs the speed and direction of global climate action itself. Until next time.